Massive solar storm disrupts the world, what you need to know. On May 14, Earth was hit by one of the most powerful solar storms in years. An X-2.7 class solar flare erupted from the sun, triggering radio blackouts, GPS failures. An aurora seen as far south as Texas and Italy. Sunspot AR 4087, one of the largest and most active regions on the sun right now. NASA and NOAA classified the event as an R3-level geomagnetic storm. Capable of strong wide-area radio signal degradation and even power grid instability. Commercial aircraft, amateur radio operators, and maritime navigation systems were all affected. With Europe, Asia, and the Middle East experiencing the worst of it. Solar storms like this are caused by coronal mass ejections, CMEs. Massive bursts of solar wind and magnetic fields released into space. When aimed at Earth, they slam into our magnetosphere. Disturbing satellites, communications, and sometimes, power grids. In 1989, a similar event knocked out power to 6 million people in Quebec, Canada, in just 90 seconds. This week's flare didn't cause blackouts of that scale, but experts warn that stronger flares are expected. In the coming weeks as solar activity ramps up towards solar maximum, predicted around 2025 to 2026. Why does this matter? Communication blackouts, disrupted emergency and aviation frequencies. GPS drift, navigation systems thrown off by atmospheric disturbances. Grid threats, high-voltage transformers can overload or burn out. Satellite damage, radiation can fry electronics or cause premature orbital decay. Even SpaceX had to reposition some Starlink satellites to avoid damage from increased drag due to atmospheric expansion. Scientists are urging greater investment in space weather forecasting. As our dependency on tech grows, from GPS to the internet to satellites, the threat from the sun is becoming less science fiction and more national security. NOAA space weather scientist, if a Carrington-level event occurred today, it could knock out power for weeks, or months. The Carrington event of 1859 is still the largest solar storm on record. It set telegraph offices on fire. A modern version could shut down entire nations. Solar activity is part of the 11-year solar cycle, and we're heading into the peak. NASA warns that sunspots like AR 4087 could produce more flares in the coming days. Power grid operators and satellite controllers are on high alert. But the average person may only see it in the form of stunning auroras, or sudden cell service glitches. The sun just reminded us who's boss. As we become more connected, space weather may become just as important as climate change. Stay tuned to World Watch Insight, where we don't just report the news. We reveal the forces shaping tomorrow.